Alright everyone, tip number 1, the most important tip. How do you connect the pipes to the posts? You can use flanges like I did here. Got them at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you want. After that, we tried to just simply drill about the size, a hole the size of the pipe and just jam the pipe in there, which was a lot of work as well. And then we have the quick clamps or the key clamps where you attach the pipe into the clamp and tighten it with a hex key. And these clamps here is definitely the way to go. They come in all shapes and sizes. They are a little more pricey, but super easy to work with. You basically just attach this clamp like you would a normal flange with screws, and you tighten the pipe with the hex key. And much better option rather than using the flanges from Home Depot or Lowe's, which requires extra maintenance. They'll rust, the threading will rust, and very difficult for you to calculate exactly how long it is, because the threading, you have to screw the pipe into the flange. So all the threadings are not even, like they're a little bit different on each side on certain pipes, so hard to get flush to the post using regular flanges. And as you can see here, using the quick clamps, easy to set up, flush with the post, definitely the way to go. Tip number 2 has to do with the dip bar station here. I definitely recommend building one, and there's a couple pointers in this tip. First up, definitely build it with this cross support pipe here, same size pipe as the other pipes, 1 1/4 inches in my case. And I just attached some quick clamps on there, so I can move that support piece up and down depending on what we need. Not only does this support piece make the dip bar station more sturdy, but you can do exercises on there, such as triceps, like body skull crushers basically. I use that for a lot. So also if you get kids, you can move it up and down depending on their height. Secondly, definitely add this reverse hyperbike extension board. This was probably the best thing that I've added to this whole thing. And I didn't even add it until years after we built this whole jungle gym. But it is super easy to make. Basically just went to Home Depot. I got a board, stapler, 4 corner braces. So this is a big version that I use for the actual jungle gym. But basically small versions like that, and put them right there in the corners so the board won't slide away when you use it. And this has basically become my favorite exercise to do out here. I've had a bad back since I was a teen, and after playing 4 years of D1 tennis, my back is completely shot. But this exercise definitely keep me going, so love it. I cushioned it mostly with old yoga mats, but you can use pretty much whatever you want. And then I covered it with thick duct tape, and basically I did that just so it's easy to clean, and it also holds all the material nicely together. Tip number 3, the posts or the uprights, pressure treated timber. Do not use 4x4s like I did here on the front 2. Only use 4x6s. The 4x4s are little bit shaky and can also easily bend here. You can see my front here bends slightly to the right. And up top, I had to put in some support on there just to make sure that I was a little more sturdy. So I would just skip the 4x4s, just use the 4x6s. Clamps and flanges will fit a lot easier in the 4x6s. They bend less, they're more sturdy. Just skip the 4x4s completely. Tip number 4, how we ended up keeping our pipes as leveled as possible and our posts as straight as possible. And that started with the drill guide here. So when we attach a clamp to the post, these ensures the pilot holes are completely straight. So when you do attach a clamp or a flange, whatever you choose, it becomes completely flush with the upright, so you have nothing to worry about. And obviously the leveler, you need that 100%. Make sure that the pipes are straight and leveled out, and looks pretty good here 5.5 years later. Let's go over and check one of the pull-up bars. So basically, got the leveler. No need to measure up how high it is on each side. Just make sure the pipe is completely leveled. And for the uprights, we used this one right here. And we'll check If it looks good there, very nice. So, very important tool. Tip number 5 has to do with the holes and the concrete. We dug 2 feet deep holes for all of our front and middle posts using a hole digger. The 2 back posts we ended up digging 3 feet down instead because of the salmon ladder. This made it a bit more sturdy. And after digging all the holes, we poured a couple layers of pebble rock at the bottom so the posts would rest on them while we poured in the concrete. We did this in case of heavy rain, so the water would seep through the rocks and prevent the post from resting on standing water for a longer period of time. You may have a better option, but it has worked very well for us with absolutely no problems 5+ years later. Alright, the next tip is, if you're building a jungle gym and you have a little extra room, never think you're not gonna add extra stuff, because once you build a certain section, I mean, you're gonna get pretty addicted to it and wanna add extra. So, for example here, now we're lucky, we got a big area, but we only built this section first. So this over we built first. And then after this, we added the second monkey bars with the 5.5 foot long pull-up bar there, and then an extra pull-up bar right here. And the second section was of course super easy. We had more experience and we could use the first section to support. I'm just still pissed off at myself for using a short post here rather than just go up with the same height as this one and that one. But who knows, I may actually still add some to it. Can add maybe a smaller monkey bar here or a little bit higher dip bar station right here. We have room, so who knows, we may do that. But right now I got 3 little ones in there and they're taking up all my time, so. But maybe later. If you are interested in some more details about this particular jungle gym, check out this video we did. And if you would like to see some of the exercises we do, you can click here. Any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching.